part chapter Bani Israel. وَقَدَى رَبُّكَ, and your Lord has decreed, Allah ta'budu, that you should not worship, illa, except him alone. وَبِالْ وَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا, and he has ordained upon you to be kind to your parents. To teach your parents well. إِمَّا يَبْلُغَنَّ عِنْدَكَ الْكِبَرِ, if they reach old age with you. أَحَدُهُمَا, whether one of them, or أَوْ كِلَاهُمَا, or both of them. وَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ, don't say any word before them which hurts their feelings. وَلَا تَنْهَرْهُمَا, nor blame them or talk a word which is unbecoming of. وَقُلْ لَهُمَا, and say to them قَوْلًا كَرِيمًا, a gentle word. وَاغْفِرْ لَهُمَا جَنَاحَ الذُّلِّ, and you lower the wings of humility, min ar-rahmah, with mercy for them. وَقُلْ, and pray, always pray to your Lord, Rabbi, O my Lord, irhamhuma, you bestow your mercy upon, be merciful upon them, that is, be merciful upon my parents. Kama rabbayani sagira, as they brought me up in young age. Rabbukum alam, your Lord knows bima fi nufusikum, what is within you or what is in your hearts. In takunu salihin, if you are righteous, fa innahu, then surely he is, that's God, kana lil awabina, for those who turn towards him, kafura, or forgiving. Wa'ati dhal kurba hakka, and give near of kin, or give your relatives their right, their portion. Wal miskin, and the poor. Wabna sabil, and the traveler. Wala tubazzir tabzira, don't spend wastefully. In al mubazzirin, surely the wastefuls are kanu ikhwana shayatin, the brothers of devils. Wakana shaitan, surely Satan is li rabbi kafura, for his ungrateful to his Lord. وَإِمَّا تُعْرِضَنَّ عَنْهُمْ, if you turn away from them, ibtiga rahmah, waiting for mercy, min rabbika, from your Lord, tarjuha, which you expect, فَقُلْ لَهُمْ, still tell them, say to them, qawlan maysura, a simple and gentle word. وَلَا تَجْعَلْ يَدَكَ مَغْلُولَةً, and don't fasten or chain your hand ila unuk, to your neck. وَلَا تَبْسُطْهَا كُلَّ الْبَسْطِ, nor keep your arms wide open, extended. فَتَقَدُ مَلُومًا مَحْسُورًا, in that case you will be put to blame. Inna rabbaka, surely your Lord, yabsutu rizq, extends the provisions, liman yasha, for whom he wills. وَيَقْدِرْ, and he restricts it for whom he wills. Innahu kana, surely he is bi ibadi, for his servants, kabira, well acquainted, basira, and well watching. وَلَا تَقْتُلُوا أَوْلَادُكُمْ, and don't kill your offsprings, khashyata imlaq, with the apprehension of poverty. نَحْنُ نَرْزُقُهُمْ, we shall provide them sustenance. وَإِيَّاكُمْ, so we provide you too. Inna qatlahum, surely their killing is kana khitan kabira, a great sin. A great sin. Wala takrabu zina, and don't go near or don't approach to illegitimate sexual activity. Innahu kana fahisha, surely it is immoral. Wasa'a sabil, and an evil path. Sadaqallahu al-azim. One more look, one on these verses, because these are very, very important verses, which form the basis of a pure social system, a just social system. وَقَدَى رَبُّكَ, and your Lord has decreed, Allah ta'budu, that you should not worship, illa iya, except him, but him. وَبِالْ وَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا, and he has ordained that you should treat your parents well. إِمَّا يَبْلُغَنَّ عِنْدَكَ الْكِبَرِ, if they reach old age with you. أَحَدُهُمَا, whether one of them, أَوْ كِلَاهُمَا, or both of them. فَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ, and don't say a word which hurts their feelings. وَلَا تَنْهَرْهُمَا, وَلَا تَنْهَرْهُمَا, and do not blame them. وَقُلْ لَهُمَا قَوْلًا كَرِيمًا, and say to them a kind word. وَاخْفِضْ لَهُمَا جَنَاحَ الذُّلِّ, and you lower your wings of humility, مِنَ الرَّحْمَةِ, out of mercy for them. وَقُلْ, and always pray to your Lord, Rabbi, O my Lord, irhamhuma, you be kind to them, kama rabbayani sagira, as they have brought me up in my young age. Rabbukum alam, your Lord knows, bima fi nufusikum, what is in your hearts. In tukunu salihin, if you are righteous, فَإِنَّهُ كَانَ لِلْأَوَابِينَ غَفُورًا, then surely he is all forgiving for those who turn towards him. وَآتِ ذَا الْقُرْبَى حَقَّهُ, and give your relative or near of kin his right or his portion. وَالْمِسْكِينَ, and a poor one. وَابْنَ السَّبِيلِ, and a traveler. وَلَا تُبَذِّرْ تَبْذِيرًا, and don't spend wastefully. إِنَّ الْمُبَذِّرِينَ, surely the wastefuls, كَانُوا إِخْوَانَ الشَّيَاطِينَ, are the brothers of devils. وَكَانَ الشَّيْطَانُ, and Satan is لِرَبِّهِ كَفُورًا, to his Lord ungrateful. وَإِمَّا تُعْرِضَنَ عَنْهُمْ, if you intend to turn away from them, ابْتِغَاءَ رَحْمَةٍ, seeking or waiting for mercy, مِنْ رَبِّكَ, from your Lord, تَرْجُوهَا, which you expect. فَقُلْ لَهُمَا قَوْلًا مَيْسُورًا, still say a soft word to them. وَلَا تَجْعَلْ يَدَكَ مَغْلُولَةً, and don't chain or fasten your hand to your إِلَى عنقك, to your necks. وَلَا تَبْسُطْهَا كُلَّ الْبَسْطِ, nor keep it wide open, or not extend it. فَتَأْخُذَ مَلُومًا مَحْسُورًا, in that case you will be put to blame. إِنَّ رَبَّكَ, well, your Lord, يَبْسُطُ الرِّزْقَ, extends provisions, لِمَنْ يَشَاءُ, for whom he wills. وَيَقْدِرُ, and restricts it. إِنَّهُ كَانَ, surely he is بِعِبَادِهِ, for his servants, خَبِيرًا, well acquainted, بَصِيرًا, and all watching. وَلَا تَقْتُلُوا أَوْلَادَكُمْ, and don't kill your children. خَشْيَةَ إِمْلَاقٍ, for the apprehension of poverty. نَحْنُ نَرْزُقُهُمْ, we provide them sustenance. وَإِيَّاكُمْ, and to you too. إِنَّ قَتْلَهُمْ كَانَ خِطًّا كَبِيرًا, surely their killing is a great sin, great crime. وَلَا تَقْرَبُوا الزِّنَا, and don't approach any illegitimate sexual activity. إِنَّهُ كَانَ فَاحِشًا, surely it is immoral. وَسَاءَ سَبِيلًا, and an evil path. Sadaqallahu al-Azim. So these words are very important. This half of it what I have studied today, because inshallah, God willing, next time we shall complete this statement. About this verse we should remember, about this chapter Bani Israel. The first verse about it, it's about Miraj. Subhanallah asra bi abdillahi min al-masjid haram ila al-masjid aqsa alladhi barakna hawla. So that means it was about the heavenly journey, which Allah intended to show to his servant, that's Muhammad, peace be upon him, to show some of his signs in heavens and what is going to happen in her life here. So, okay, that we call Miraj. But about Miraj, we know that happened towards the end of Meccan period, when Prophet, peace be upon him, was about to be directed that, O Muhammad, peace be upon him, together with your companions who have been subjected to all kinds of torture in Makkah for the last around 12 to 13 years. Now the time is approaching when you will be asked to migrate towards a neighboring city, that's Medina, where you find a congenial atmosphere, where you can perform your all ibadah collectively in real separate. So this marriage happened to that background. Why did it happen that time? We know that well. But about today's verses, these are connected with this. That's why I have been telling you time and again that we cannot understand Quran unless we always keep with us a book about the life of the Prophet, and read a page or two. That's not going to consume much of our time. I have been requesting, pleading you just to spend at least just 5 minutes with that. A book you keep on Quran holder, a copy of Quran with translation, and daily read 2 or 3 verses, what you can do within 5-7 minutes. And together with that, keep a copy of an authentic life account of Prophet, peace be upon him, and read at least 2 or 3 pages from it. That's not going to take less than 5 minutes, of course. Because it's two dimensions. That one is book, that's Quran. Another is the person to whom this book was given. I mean, Urdu and Arabic terminology would say kitab and sahibi kitab. The book, that's Quran, and to whom this was given, that's Muhammad, peace be upon him. These two things are interconnected, what we say, two faces of the same coin. Quran is theory, which was the directions of Quran revealed to Prophet, peace be upon him, through revelations. And what is Muhammad, peace be upon him, his life? That is the embodiment of those teachings. Whatever came to him, he practiced it. Because we know role of the Prophet is manifold. Generally, it is misunderstood that the role of a prophet or a messenger is he receives message and he has been appointed to convey this message to others. No, this is half-truth. The role of messenger is he is appointed, chosen, selected by Allah for this great job, and he starts receiving revelation through, of course, through angels of revelation. And when the message came, these are divine directives. What is expected of Prophet peace be upon him is that firstly he believes himself in that. He puts his faith and trust in it. Then simultaneously he acts upon the divine directions. He acts upon them as the action should be done. And with this, then he conveys it to his audience in letter as well as spirit, and makes them to understand that these are divine doctrines, how you have to practice them, because I am practicing, now you follow me. That's what we say, two faces of the coin, which are inseparable. Prophet, peace be upon him, and the book, that's Quran. So that's why I have been requesting you that we should keep a copy of life account of Prophet, peace be upon him, read a page. And that makes us understand, we cannot understand Quran fully in depth unless we have always in our mind what happened when. Quran, inshallah, is going to guide us, and life of the Prophet, peace be upon him, is going to make us easier to understand Quran. So I was telling you, this chapter was revealed towards the end of Meccan period. According to some accounts, just after 6 months, Prophet, peace be upon him, was directed, now migrate to, with your companions to Medina. Some say it was 1 year or 9 months earlier. So divine directions were needed. Upon the divine directions were there. But in Mecca, Muslims didn't have a chance to practice. They couldn't even collectively perform salah. They couldn't do. They were not allowed to. They couldn't fast together because there was no such atmosphere. They didn't have their proper household with them. They couldn't act upon charities or collective charity to help poor. Their enemies didn't provide them any chance to practice any of the divine doctrines. But now the time had come when Prophet, peace be upon him, under divine direction, had to migrate to a neighboring state of Yathrib, which was later named as Madinatul Nabi, or the city of the Prophet. Well, atmosphere was ripe and congenial for practice. So these are to be taken in that consideration. That, O Muhammad, peace be upon him, you and your companions are now going to migrate. You'll develop, firstly, a small Islamic colony. You'll live collectively, which collective living was not possible in Makkah. They were scattered. They had hardly time to meet. They were not allowed to even see each other by the enemies. Even if they would meet, it was hard for them. They had to move out of the Makkah and stay somewhere in this. They had to keep watch and ward lest any enemy sees us and he does something misadventure. But now the time had come when migrating from Makkah to Medina, Muslims would be provided under the leadership of the Prophet, peace be upon him, an atmosphere which we call in a modern term a small Islamic Muslim colony. They had to live together. And number two, that Islamic colony is going to spread its tentacles by and by, and it will convert into small city-state of Medina. City-state where laws will be enforced, individual as well as collective laws. And then it is going to be the seat of power for the whole Arabia in the life of the Prophet himself. So divine directions were needed. How to act once you reach Medina. So this is the set of directions which was given to Prophet, peace be upon him, sometime before he started migration to Medina. We have to take into account. In that Islamic system, the first thing is worship one God, because that's the basis of Islam. Basis. Worshipping one God as creator, Lord, sustainer, cherisher, nourisher. And to worship him again alone, not to think about his partners or his offsprings, nor his equals. So this is the basic and the fundamental principle of Islam, and it starts with that. وَقَدَى رَبُّكَ, and your Lord has decreed, Allah ta'budu illa, that you worship none but Him. And number two, we can understand, it's not only here, it's on many, many places in Quran, that after divine direction of worshipping Allah or God only, now comes the next, that's parents. That we can understand the rights and obligations of parents, how great they are. That in Quran we see at most of the places where worshipping one God is ordained, simultaneously to be kind, to take care of parents has been simultaneously enjoined upon believers. So this is the second point, very important, وَبِالْ وَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا, and you have to treat your parents well. Many people perhaps cannot understand it well, but we see in that context it was mentioned that a Muslim has to take care of his parents well, keep into consideration the genuine needs of parents, and be faithful to them, be obedient to them. And in present circumstances, it has become a very, very important issue. Now we see in our own situations where parents are being ignored just for the sake of earnings, just to attain great status, or in the name of migrations to affluent societies, to attain high levels of profession, degrees, or monetary benefits, but parents are being ignored. Or even those parents who live with their children are not be taken care by their awesome. So we have to be this an eye opener for us. That وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا, how it has been emphasized after worshipping one God. The greatest virtue of a believer is to be kind to his parents. You have to remember that. Too, that in the circumstances in which this verse was revealed, many of the companions of the Prophet, their parents were disbelievers. They didn't believe, but still they used to come to the Prophet, oh Allah, what can we do with our parents? They are disbelievers. They are forcing us to come back to their religion. Prophet said, okay, don't worship anything but Allah, but take care, be kind to our parents, fulfill your genuine needs. You have to be faithful and obedient to them. But one thing, that if they force you to worship anyone other than Allah, you have not obeyed that, which we see in Quran itself, in chapter Luqman also, and many places. Otherwise, even disbelieving parents are to be taken care of, because that was the rule of the day. Most of the Sahaba were suffering from that. Their parents were disbelievers. They were advised. In present circumstances, becomes more important, where today we see parents being ignored. Even people living in a single house, in joint families. Children have no time. They have no time just to see their parents upstairs. They are not ready to just say on their moving to their office, okay, Papa, I'm going. Should I go? Because Papa has no authority to say no. But he always looks around that my son or my daughter-in-law comes to me and they say, we are going to our office. We don't have time. We say, okay, let's come on our way back, we'll see how is he. Just put a kettle or some tea or some food stuff or some fruits there, that's okay. He'll take care of himself. So how hard it is and how we are suffering due to this disobedience. وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا, and treat your parents in a goodly manner, be kind to them. إِمَّا يَبْلُغَنَّ عِنْدَكَ الْكِبَرَ, if they reach old age with you, أَحَدُهُمَا, whether one of them, أَوْ كِلَاهُمَا, or both of them, فَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ, don't say any word which irritates them or which hurts their feelings, because there is what we call generation gap. You cannot understand their emotion, they cannot understand yours, but if they say anything which irritates you, which you feel perhaps is not right, but still don't abuse them. Don't use the language wherein their sentiments or their emotions are broken, or they feel that we are not being taken care of, or our word doesn't have any value before our children. So for this word has been, that means any sign of disagreement, don't bring it on your face while your parents talk to you. On the other hand, Prophet, peace be upon him, advised. He said, a person who has mother with him. And if he looks at his mother's face smilingly in old age, smilingly, and with that his mother gets pleased with the son. Prophet said, this son gets the reward of a Hajj Mabrur. Hajj Mabrur doesn't mean our Hajj, because we don't know what's the fate of our Hajj. Hajj Mabrur means which has been done according to divine prescriptions, and number two, which has been also accepted by Allah. Prophet said, if a son has a look on the face of his mother, in a smiling, open face, the mother feels pleased and happy. He will be rewarded for every smile of his mother, the reward of a Hajj Mabrur, the accepted Hajj. One of the companions asked, oh Allah, if I see 100 times, what then? Prophet had a smile. He said, Allah's mercies and treasures are so vast. He will give you a reward of 100 Hajjs. The reward of 100 Hajjs. Do you think that Allah's these treasures are so limited? So this is it. That's why in Islam there is no concept of old age homes. This is a modern innovation. Though we salute them too, because if I'm not ready to take care of my parents, which I should have, but if somebody comes forward and makes some house for their comfort, that's okay. But basically Islam is not for that, because as we say, Islam is not in favor of orphanage, establishment of orphanage also. Because young children, newborn babies or children, they don't need only food and clothes to wear or education to acquire. Basic thing is love and affection, parental love is they need, which is not possible in that orphanage homes. Same way, our older generation also need love and affection, not just food and medicine or entertainment. They have some TT tables and badminton courts or cards to play, as we see in Western culture. Okay, that's good. They are filling this gap. But basically, they need also love and affection of their children. As in young age, a kid needs love and affection of his parents. That's why Islam is not for either orphanage, basically, nor for old age homes. But since we have ignored these divine doctrines, we are forced to adopt these Western means. What I feel is perhaps needed are provided. We come back to Quran and Islam. That's why Quran says, وَكُلَّهُمَا قَوْلًا وَقَدَى رَبُّكَ, and your Lord has decreed, Allah ta'budu, that you should not worship illa iya, except Him, وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا, and treat your parents well, إِمَّا يَبْلُغْنَ عِنْدَكَ الْكِبَرَ, if they reach old age with you, أَحَدُهُمَا, whether one of them, that's either father or mother, or كِلَاهُمَا, or both of them, فَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ, don't say any word before them which hurts their feelings. وَلَا تَنْهَرْهُمَا, don't blame them for their own some talk. وَقُلْ لَهُمَا قَوْلًا كَرِيمًا, but always say to them a kind and good word. وَاخْفِضْ لَهُمَا جَنَاحَ الذُّلِّ, and lower your wings of humility for them. مِنَ الرَّحْمَةِ, out of mercy. That means you should be so kind to them. Is compared to, as we see, a bird like hen, cocks, and other like that. When somebody, some enemy comes around to take away, snatch away the chicks, what that hen does, what a bird does, that it suppresses its wings and keeps them under the wings to protect them, provide them warmth, and protect them from enemies. So it is comparable to that. Quran says, for your oldest parents need your protection. They need your warmth of your love and affection. So it is explained like وَاخْفِضْ لَهُمَا جَنَاحَ الذُّلِّ, you lower your wings of humility for them. مِنَ الرَّحْمَةِ, out of mercy. Be merciful. وَقُلْ, and always pray for them. And Rabbi, O my Lord, irhamhuma, you be merciful to them. You, O Allah, you bestow your mercy upon my parents. Kama Rabbayani Sagira, as they brought me up in young age, when I was newborn baby, when there was nobody to take care of me, when I was just a lump of flesh. I do not put love and affection in the hearts of my father and mother, my parents. How could I have been brought up? Your Lord knows bima fi nufusikum, what is within you. That means He knows your intentions, whether you are doing these actions just outwardly to please them or to deceive or cheat somebody, and what is in your hearts. Allah knows that. You will be, as Quran says, and Hadith says, innamal a'malu binniyat, all actions will be judged towards him. Ghafura, for them, he's forgiving. That means if there is some omission and commission, you fall short of obedience sometimes to your parents or some good deeds, but if you are constantly turning close back to God, so he's forgiving. In takunu salihin, if you are pious, righteous, good doer, فَإِنَّهُ, then surely he, that's Allah, is kana lil awabin, for those who constantly turn towards him, ghafura, he's forgiving, he forgives. وَآتِ ذَا الْقُرْبَى حَقَّهُ, this very a great Quranic golden principle, unequaled even in 21st century. Even now, when we see charitable houses all spread all over the world and many good things being done around, imagine 1400 years back, this golden principle. Quran doesn't say that you help poor. You help that's your money, you help your relatives or the poor and needy ones. Here only 3 categories have been mentioned: relatives, poor and needy, and the travelers. It includes everything, everybody who is in need of some help. Quran doesn't say help that it's your money, you just donate an amount. No, Quran says, no, وَآتِ ذَا الْقُرْبَى حَقَّهُ, give your relatives or near kin their right, their portion. That means what is with you, Quranic principle is whatever man possesses, it doesn't belong to him. Your wealth is not yours. It is a gift of God. And he has given me, and he asks me to spend out of this a portion upon my own self, a portion upon my household, my wife and my children, and welfare of my family. It's Allah's doctrine, or sorry, injection. He has asked me. And if I do something for my children, do I feel that I'm doing some favor to them? Do I ask them, see what I have been doing for you? No, this is my duty, this is an obligation. Same way, Quran says, out of your wealth, a portion has been kept for you. You spend on yourself, for your family, for your children, for building house and all what you need, genuine needs. And then Quran says, out of wealth, there is a portion for your near of kin who is in need of help. So this is evolutionary process. If everybody takes care of his own relatives here and there, everybody takes care, poverty will be finished from this world, especially from our society. But since we ignore our relatives who are in need, we don't bother to see how much they earn and what are their daily spendings. Isn't it that their spendings extend beyond their earnings and we don't take care of them? So in other words, we force them to beg. Your relatives may be coming begging to me, and it will be vice versa. My relatives, I don't take care of them, they may be coming to you with their hands spread. So I and you, we are responsible for creating an institution of beggary, which is otherwise a prohibited institution in Islam. Islam doesn't allow beggary. So Quran has a golden principle, not that you help your relatives, no. In your wealth, there's a portion for them. That means, same way, miskin is not only a relative, then comes to a poor, any needy and poor person. You help him, give him his portion, his share in your wealth. That means in your pocket you have 100 rupees. Okay, I have given, you can spend 40, 30 for you, 20, 35 for your kids and family, and you have to spend at least 10 or 20 for these people, for near of kin relatives, miskin, poor and needy, and what must say be any traveler who is in need of help. That means once we help them, we are not doing any favor to them, that they will feel that they should be obliged to us, they should come to us with their heads down. No, it is their portion in my pocket. I have to give them their portion. That means if I give them, I'm not doing any favor. But if I don't, I am snatching their rights. For that I will put to task. Because according to Quran, one of the greatest sins which have been kabira guna, among those kabira sin, is that if you usurp somebody's rights, you owe somebody something and you don't pay him back, or you snatch away some property, whether it's in the form of land or any property in any way you snatch anything from him, this is one of the greatest sins. So Quran doesn't say help your relative. Wa'ati zal qurba haqqa, give your relative his right, which is within your pocket. I have put it in your pocket, you give him. If you give him, you are not doing any favor to him. If you don't, you are usurping his rights, you will be put to task. So this golden principle, see, imagine, in this emancipating century of to ours, 21st century, we don't find such golden principles. That we are not doing any ihsan, no ihsan to anybody who we have. Then again, an evolutionary process, starting from Zal Qurba. At other places, Quran says, Zal Qurba, your relatives. Then Quran says, at some other places, we have to join the statements together, Quranic statements. Then your neighbors. Then the closest, the neighbors who are closest to you. Then those neighbors which are away from you, the neighbors. Then see Yatama, Quran says, orphans, take care of orphans. And miskin, poor. And again, one more aspect you should remember. Imagine, it is like we put a rock or a stone in water, it gets the circle. And the circle starts widening. It continues till it engulfs or encircles the whole river. That's Islam. That's Quran. Starting from near of kin means your cousins. There are people where we see nephews running in millions. Their uncles begging from door to door, having nothing. Uncles high ups, one brother spending lavishly, having worth millions, and another brother living high and dry. So Quran has a golden principle here too, that another dimension, that you have to start helping from your nearest. Nearest is brothers, nearest, then after brothers, nephews and nieces, uncles, then cousins, and then it's by separates. You have to take care of them. And see the abolition of the system of abolition of poverty from this world without ever getting noticed by anybody. A silent method of eradication of poverty. And with this thing that you are not doing any ihsan, you are not doing any favor to them, it is their right. And number two, you should remember, another dimension, in Quran or Hadith, whenever there is, you have been enjoined to help miskin, poor, or your neighbor, there is no reservation that you should only help your Muslim neighbors. No, Prophet didn't do it. Neither he enjoined it. So imagine. Then another traveler also comes. Traveler means a stranger whom you meet once in your lifetime. You don't know whether he is going to see you again, or whether you are in a position to meet him anywhere. So even the rights of strangers are that in your pocket there is a small amount of wealth which is his portion. You help him if he is in need. So imagine how we have ignored Quran and why we are only blaming God for it. Sometimes we are blaming God also out of ignorance, and sometimes blaming each other and our social or political systems. Well, if anybody is to be blamed, that's we ourselves, none else than ourselves. Imagine, think about it, because I don't know whether in this limited period of time or due to my limited vocabulary or limited understanding, how far can I make you understand this? But we at our places, let it be a homework for us, that we concentrate our attention and try to get maximum out of this verse. It's not only here. It's in Quran many. I have found at least half a dozen places where almost the same identical words have been used. Give your right to their right, not you are doing anything. No, their. It is their right with you. Oh, God, I have given you just to transfer this amount to them. Imagine. Well, miskins, so poor, needy, orphans included. Wabna Sabil and travelers, strangers you have. Give their right. It is their portion. Their share with you. And don't spend lavishly. Don't spend wastefully. If you spend wastefully, that means that will force you to ignore your near kin of kin as we are doing. I say, when I have nothing, how can I help others? The basic reason, because about our own spending, we cross all limits of decency. We waste our wealth and then feel that I am not in a position to help. So Quran takes care on that count too. Don't spend wastefully. In al-mubazzirina kanu ikhwana shayatin. Surely wasteful spenders or wastefuls, they are the brothers of devils. In fact, they are devils themselves. وَكَانَ الشَّيْطَانُ لِرَبِّهِ كَفُورًا. And Satan is ungrateful, has been ungrateful to his Lord. That, oh believers, we should not be amongst them. You should not become devil or your brothers or ungrateful to your Lord for whatever he has given to you. Then another golden principle, وَإِمَّا تُعْرِضَنَ عَنْهُمْ. If you want to turn away from them, that means if somebody feels that you are a wealthy person, you can help me. Somebody comes to you with his hand, oh my brother, I may need you help me, but you are not in a position to help him. You don't have, but he doesn't know it. You feel this, I would like to help, but I don't have. It's in that situation. Still, don't rebuke him. Don't kick him off. If you time again and again ask for help, expecting that you have something, but fact is that you don't. You are hard up. You have some commitments that you cannot. Still, you should be polite to them. Even if they rebuke in Hadith, that even if they say they raise their voice against you, don't push them, don't kick them off. No, that spoils all your spendings. No, understand, because he has come to you with expectations. If his expectations are not fulfilled with you, don't blame him. But if you simultaneously don't have anything, give him a good, oh my brother, I can understand your pain. I can feel you are right. You are suffering from disease. You are really hard up. Man, I honestly believe, Allah is a witness to it. This time I'm hard up. I'm not in a position, but I assure you, I'm sure that I'm going to get something, because I have put my efforts this way, that way. I'll surely help, but don't you worry. I'll pray for you, pray for me, but be sure I'm not kicking you off. But maybe my brother, you may not, maybe the person cannot understand it. When he sees you driving a car, finds you sitting in a drawing room in a big sofa worth million, he cannot understand it. But you know yourself well. So see, imagine how Quran takes care of everything, every situation. But you know yourself that you cannot help. But Quran says, in such trying circumstances, it is about this verse. وَإِمَّا تُرِدَنَّ عَنْهُمْ. If you want to turn away from them, because they come to seek help from, but you don't have. Ibtigar, you turn away from them, ibtigar rahmati min rabbik. Waiting for mercy of your Lord. That is waiting for some earnings, some money, some wealth. Tarjuha, which you expect. فَقُلْ لَهُمْ قَوْلًا مَيْسُورًا. Still in such trying circumstances, don't get annoyed with him. Don't feel bad if he repeatedly asks for help. Say to him a gentle word, oh my brother, believe me, I'm there, I can feel your pain. But the fact is that I don't have. I can't tell this to anybody. I can't tell my brothers that I don't have anything. Even my wife doesn't know. I don't have no pocket. She may also throw me out. My wife, I don't. But otherwise, because I have some problem, I'm hard up. I'll help you. I'm going to help you. I'll take care of you. Inshallah, I'm going to do this. Imagine the golden principle. That too. 1400, you have to take care of that too. Versus system revealed 1400 years back, which we can't imagine even present day world. Again I repeat this, if you turn away from them, ibtigar rahmati min rabbik, waiting for the mercy from your Lord. That means you are hard up, you don't have, you are waiting. Tarjuha, which you expect. فَقُلْ لَهُمْ قَوْلًا مَيْسُورًا. In such trying circumstances, say good word to them, word of consolation, word of promise for them. Yeah, I'll do it, don't you worry. So, since these are very great words, great injections, great directions, is going to statement continue. As I request you that it should be our homework now to think about every word of it, about parents are care, about worshiping one God, taking care, how their parents are to be taken care. Then, of course, how to help ourselves, our families, bring up our families and take care of near relatives and neighbors and others and orphans and needy people and travelers also, and how to be so cautious about our spendings, not to become brothers of devils by lavishly or wastefully spending.